All right, let's just jump right in with a big question. What if the things you like least about yourself are actually your greatest strengths? I know, it sounds a little crazy, but in this explainer, we're going to completely flip the script on personal flaws and show you the hidden superpowers they've been hiding all along. I mean, does this sound familiar at all? Maybe you've been carrying a label like too quiet or too sensitive your whole life. It's something other people slap on you, or hey, maybe it's something we even tell ourselves. And it starts to feel like a core part of who we are is just broken, something that needs fixing. But let's challenge that for a second. What if those things aren't defects at all? What if they're actually clues, little breadcrumbs pointing directly to our most unique and powerful strengths? Yeah, that's the big perspective shift we're diving into today. Okay, so how do we actually start unlocking these advantages? Well, it all begins with this really fundamental mental shift. We've got to stop seeing a flaw and start looking for the signal it's sending us. This right here, this is the absolute core of the whole reframe. The old view, it's so limiting, right? It just sees a flaw, a defect, something wrong with you that needs to be corrected. But the new view, wow, it's empowering. It transforms that flaw into a signal. It shows you your own unique wiring, and it turns what you thought was a weakness into a genuine, bona fide advantage. So what exactly is a signal in this context? It's not a problem to solve, not at all. It's an indicator. You can think of it like your mind and body are trying to tell you something. They're saying, hey, I'm wired a little differently over here, and that's where my strength comes from. The goal isn't to shut it up or suppress it, it's to actually listen and understand what it's telling you. All right, enough with the theory. Let's put this into practice. Right now, we're going to look at 3 of the most common flaws out there and uncover the absolutely incredible superpowers they've been hiding in plain sight this whole time. Ah, yes, the classic. How many of you have heard this one before? It's always said with this little note of concern, isn't it? Like being introverted is some kind of handicap, this big thing that's holding you back from all the success and happiness in the world. Okay, it is time to tear up that old script and throw it away. Where some people might see social hesitation or maybe even disengagement, the truth is something way, way more powerful. That quiet nature, it's not a bug in your system, it's a feature. A feature that allows for superior focus and absolutely incredible, deep concentration. And there it is, your supposed flaw, introversion, is actually the superpower of deep focus. Seriously, in a world that is just buzzing with constant distraction, the ability to tune out all that noise and concentrate deeply on one thing, that is invaluable. That's not a weakness, my friend. That is an elite-level skill. All right, let's move on to our next one. You're just being overly sensitive. Ugh. This phrase is almost always used as a dismissal, right? It's a way to completely invalidate your feelings, your observations, basically suggesting you're fragile or that your emotional radar is totally on the fritz. But here's the thing, seeing it as being overly emotional or fragile is like looking at it through the wrong end of a telescope. High sensitivity is actually, get this, an advanced data processing system. It's the ability to pick up on all these tiny, subtle cues that most people just walk right past. And that enables some seriously powerful pattern recognition and early danger detection. So yeah, your high sensitivity is the superpower of pattern recognition. It's what lets you notice that tiny, subtle shift in someone's tone during a big negotiation. Or it's that gut feeling you get when a project is starting to go off the rails long before anyone else sees it coming. You're the early warning system. You're the canary in the coal mine. And finally, let's tackle a really painful one, social awkwardness. Man, this label can feel like a life sentence, can it? Just endless, clumsy conversations and misconnections. It feels like a fundamental failure in how to just be with other people. Well, the old script says you're just bad at socializing. But what if? What if the truth is the exact opposite? Social awkwardness often comes from an extremely high level of social awareness. Your brain is processing so much data. We're talking body language, subtext, the dynamics of the group, everything, that it just gets overloaded. It's not a lack of insight, it's just a lack of polish. And that's our final reveal. Your social awkwardness is a signal of the superpower of high social awareness. Your brain is like a super sensitive, high-fidelity receptor for social information. So the key isn't to try and shut it down. The key is to learn how to filter and use all that data. And once you do, whoa. It becomes this incredible tool for understanding people on a level most can't even imagine.
So, look, this isn't just about these three examples, right? This is a whole framework for looking at yourself. It's about performing a kind of personal alchemy, literally turning the lead of your perceived flaws into the pure gold of your genuine strengths.
And the best part is, you can do this yourself. It's a really simple three-step process. First, you identify the label, the so-called flaw you've been carrying around. Second, you look for the signal. Ask yourself, what is this trait really indicating about how I'm wired? And third, you give it a new name. You name your superpower.
So, I'm going to leave you with this to think about. I want you to really look at the very things you've spent years trying to hide or fix about yourself and ask this question: what true superpower have you been hiding in plain sight this entire time?